With me is the former governor of Minnesota, Jesse Ventura. He is the host of the True TV series. It's called Conspiracy Theory with Jesse Ventura. Governor, let me play a clip from your show real quick.
The Coast Guard is hot on the tail of Jesse Ventura as he attempts to reach Plum Island. Word is out that he's accompanied by Jim McCoy, a Plum Island worker who was fired after he blew the whistle on dangerous safety violations.
Well, yeah, this Coast Guard boat's definitely following us. Look at We got the Coast Guard behind us. We got these guys there. What the hell? I used to be a governor. What do they think I am? A terrorist?
Okay, Governor, so here's a question. I don't want to give it away because it premieres tonight. You'll have to tell me the time. Did you make it to Plum Island, or did the Coast Guard stop you, if you want to answer that?
Well, first of all, we weren't running from the Coast Guard, and they weren't attempting to follow us, and we didn't want to go on shore in Plum Island. Are you kidding me? What I learned about Plum Island, I wouldn't want to set foot on that place. But no, they just had us under surveillance, and they kept us under surveillance the whole time. You know, that's all it was. Certainly they could have caught us, because any Coast Guard boat can certainly catch a fishing boat. That's what they're out there for. No, we were simply under surveillance by them. And I had no intention of going onto the island. We were just viewing it from the ocean with the whistleblower that I had with me.
So, Governor, I said before the break I was going to ask you about this, because 2 weeks ago the federal government admitted that in the 40s, the United States deliberately infected hundreds of people in Guatemala with sexually transmitted diseases. Does that make the case for you that conspiracy theories are more than just urban myths?
Absolutely. You know, let me quote Albert Einstein, if I may. He said, "A foolish faith in authority is the enemy of the truth." And that's what we have in this country, a foolish faith in authority. Now, here they did what they did down there. They've done tons of things like that. What got me so angry is when I was teaching at Harvard in 2004, McNamara came through and admitted the Gulf of Tonkin incident never happened. Another false flag operation to get us into war, where 58,000 of us died in Vietnam and probably 1.5 million Vietnamese, who knows? But it was all based upon something they made up. What about the black people who they used to infect with syphilis and things like that? People better wake up to the fact that government can be evil. If you don't believe me, go talk to the Germans about it.
That's what you say. Your show asserts a lot that the government's involved in most of these conspiracies, but one company, I want to talk to you, if you can quickly answer this, because I want to ask you something after this. One company's name comes up a lot.
And had him,
Well, when I'm getting involved in these things and the conspiracy starts to build, the name that surfaces all the time, well, not all the time, but probably 60 to 70% of the time, is Halliburton. Halliburton is somehow there. Like take the oil spill down in New Orleans. The biggest company in America that cleaned up oil spills was called Boots and Coots out of Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
3 weeks before the oil spill happened, they were bought out by Halliburton. Is that circumstantial or what?
Yeah, and I want to say we didn't contact Halliburton today, so they're not here to defend themselves. Listen, I was going to ask you if you really believe this stuff where it's a living, but I think I know the answer to that, so I don't want you to hit me either. I want to read something that someone said about, you really believe this, right? It's not just money for you, our show, correct?
Oh, I don't do this show for money. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I could retire and go down to Mexico and live the rest of my life fine.
I figured that was going to be your answer.
Another reason, too. My son works on the show also.
All right, listen, real quick, I want to go to Twitter. Someone said, her name is Taisha, she said, "Tell Jesse V I love him, LOL, subversive and conspiratorial as hell, but he's correct about religious freedom." So that's what people are saying about you. Thank you, Governor. Best of luck to you.
Thanks, Don. Always a pleasure, and we'll look forward to doing it again.
All right, thank you, sir. Hey, I want you to listen to this. A man in a wheelchair boarded